Hey guys, how are y'all? So welcome back to my channel Axaxity. So today in this video we are going to deal with some common interview questions and answers for nurses. So actually it's the second part of this series. So without further delay we can start out with our video. Actually, this is the second part of the series. For part 1, you can check out the description. I will provide the link there. So let's start out with this part. So the first question, 5 B's in unconscious patient care. So what are the 5 B's in unconscious patient care? Buccal care, base lungs care, bladder care, bowel care and back care. So these are the 5 B's in unconscious patient care. Next question. What's the basic management of MI? That is myocardial infarction. So what's the basic management? So you can remember by using this word boomerang. B for bed rest and beta blockers, O for oxygen, O for opiate, that is morphine, M for monitor, A for anticoagulants, we are using heparin, and R to reduce clot size, that is thrombolysin, and N for nitroglycerin. So you can use and you can remember by using this word. Then what are the 10 rights of medication administration? Right drug, right patient, right dose, right time, right route, right education, right assessment, right documentation, right evaluation, and right of patient to refuse the medicine or treatment. So these all are the 10 rights of medication administration. So you should always remember this. Then what do you mean by hyperapnea? That is increased depth of respiration. So there are lots of terminologies related to respiration. So we'll see some of the types of respiratory pattern. Tachypnea, rapid respiratory rate or superficial breathing. Then moving on to the next one, bradypnea. That is slow respiratory rate. Next one, apnea. That is cessation of breathing. Then moving on to the next type, ataxic breathing. That is, periods of apnea alternating irregularly with a series of shallow breath of equal depths. That is called ataxic breathing. Next one, apneusis. That is long gasping inspiratory phase followed by a short inadequate expiratory phase. That is called apneusis. Then the next question, total body fluid in men and women. That is 600 ml per kg in men and 500 ml per kg in women. Then what do you mean by carpal tunnel syndrome? That is pain and burning or tingling paresthesia in the fingers and hand, sometimes extending to the below due to compression of the median nerve in one carpal tunnel. That is called carpal tunnel syndrome. Normally in interviews they will ask some syndromes. So this is the current trend. What do you mean by dumping syndrome? Nausea, weakness, sweating, palpitation, syncope, often sensation of warmth and sometimes diarrhea occurring after ingestion of food in patients who have undergone partial gastrectomy. That is called dumping syndrome. Syndrome means it's a group of signs or diseases. So what do you mean by Williams syndrome? Williams syndrome is a rare disorder like Down syndrome. It is caused by an abnormality in chromosomes and shows a wide variation in ability from person to person. That that is called Williams syndrome. Then next set, give some examples of bacterial respiratory infections. And give 2 to 3 examples: diphtheria, meningococcal meningitis, whooping cough, and tuberculosis. You can give any 2 or 3. Next, give some examples of intestinal infections: cholera, amoebiasis, poliomyelitis, hepatitis, typhoid fever, and hookworm infection. So you can give any 2 to 3 examples. Moving on to the next question, what do you mean by a low birth weight baby? That is LRW. Any baby weighing less than 2500 grams is low birth weight baby. So what's the full form of LRW? They are asking means you can give the answer to you. So what's the therapeutic diet for patient with anemia? The patient want to take high protein, iron, vitamin C and B complex. Then what's the therapeutic diet for patient with constipation? A balanced diet with high B group vitamins, high fiber and liberal fluid intake recommended. Then what do you mean by primary flashback and secondary flashback? Primary flashback means during cannulation while needle enters the vein, first flashback of blood occurs to the chamber of the stellate. Then while withdrawing the stellate, second flashback observed along the shaft of the cannula. So that is primary and secondary flashback. Moving on to next question. What's the antidote of paracetamol? N-acetylcysteine. Then what is ABCD? You always want to remember this. A means airway, B is breathing, C is circulation, D is drug, and defibrillation. So we will do priority based care according to this. Then how to give CPR in infants? With one rescue method, you can use two-finger method to middle of sternum, chest compression to the depth of half to 1 inch, that is in the ratio 30:2. Then in case of two rescue method, using two thumb encircling hands techniques, that is in the ratio 15:2. So that is regarding the CPR techniques in infants. Then what about the CPR technique in older children? Uses the heel of one hand for cardiac compression, that is in the ratio 30:2. Now we will see regarding the CPR in adults. I think you all know that. Lock the elbows, vertical to patient chest, compress the sternum to a depth of 4 to 5 centimeters or 1.5 to 2 inches. Release the pressure, combine compression and ventilation at the ratio 30:2. Continue the cycle for 2 minutes or 5 cycles, then you can reassess for the pulse. So that's all about CPR. Then list some emergency drugs: atropine, adrenaline, sodium bicarbonate, sodium gluconate, amiodarone, dopamine, dobutamine, magnesium sulfate, and furosemide. Then Fowler's position is given to breathing difficulty patient. Why? It lowers the diaphragm and increases the intrathoracic space. Therefore, volume of thoracic cavity increases so that maximum air can be breathing. That's why we are giving Fowler's position for breathing difficulty patients. Why vitamin K injection given to newborn immediately after birth? Usually, vitamin K is produced by normal flora in the small intestine. It is absent in case of newborn, so artificial supplement is needed to prevent bleeding. Then why we need to maintain IO chart for MI patient? IO chart means intake and output. About 25% of cardiac output goes to renal system. For MI patient, renal perfusion decreases and renal failure may develop. So we want to strictly maintain IO chart for this patient. Why we should recommend breakfast before taking EEG? Sometimes patient may go for hypoglycemia, which may result in abnormal wave pattern in EEG that interferes with the right diagnostic evaluation. So we want to recommend breakfast should be taken before taking EEG. Morphine sulfate is the immediate drug of choice for MI. Why? First and foremost symptom of MI is pain. So pain causes autonomic nervous system stimulation which result in tachycardia and also increased cardiac workload. Therefore, the pain has to be relieved first. That's the first priority. Then along with this, you should remember some of the dates. First thing, World Health Day. That is April 7th. Second, World Nurses Day. That is May 12th. Third, World Immunization Day, that is November 10th. Remaining things we will discuss in the next video. So stay tuned and leave a comment if you like this video means, and also if you want the continuous sections. Then only I will prepare a video. And don't forget to subscribe and click on the bell icon nearby to get notifications. So thank you so much.